Hello guys, you're welcome to the channel, and in today's video this is what we'll be drafting. Okay, so we'll be drafting a crisscross scissors neckline, and I will also be showing you guys the updated way of drafting a perfect princess armhole bustier. Okay, so I'll be showing you guys a different point that can actually work for different bust sizes. Okay, so let's delve straight into the tutorial. Now here is my basic bodies, right? So, and I have, this is the front pattern and this is the back pattern. And I have, in case you don't know how to draft your basic bodies, I would leave the link in the description box so that you can actually learn how to do so. So what I did is I've already created my basic bodies, okay? And excuse me, I already created my basic bodies, and I folded my front pattern into two because this is a crisscross, okay? There's going to be an overlapping effect on the front pattern, so you need to draft your pattern for the front bodies too. That you need to fold your paper into two, which I have done like so. Then here is my back, okay? So now we are going to be using a princess tie line, okay? It's going to be a princess bust here, okay? For this crisscross, okay? So what we are going to do now is this. So what I'm going to do now is this. That is for the front. I'm going to be using a princess bust here, okay? So the first thing we are going to do is to I will just contour our underbust. Okay, we'll contour our underbust. Now, how do we go about contouring our underbust? What we are going to do is this. You're going to be from here, from this center front line here to this part here. Okay, you just take 2.5. Okay, you take in 2.5. Now, this 2.5 works for a bust of 36, 37. Okay, 36, 37, 38. Okay, so but if you are 38 and above, you can make use of 3 inches here. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, so now once you take in the 2.5 here, okay, once you take in your 2.5 here, this is 2.5. Okay, so here is a dart here. So the next thing we're going to do is we'll measure our the under bust circumference I'm working with is 30 inches. So 30 divided by 2 is 7.5 inches, right? So now what we are going to do is this is a dart already. Okay, here is a dart, and here also is going to be a dart. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is this. I'll measure from this center front line here to where this 2.5 ends. Okay, so I'll measure what I have here. I have 2.5. So that 2.5, this is 2.5, okay? So that 2.5, I'm going to be starting it from this point here, from this other dart leg, and not from this leg. Remember, this part is going out already. So I'll take my 2.5 here, okay? And I'll measure. So I have 7.25. Okay, so don't mind because don't mind this. So what you're going to do, if you know you don't have any excess remaining, okay, what you simply do is this: you just come to this part and take in half inch. Okay, you've already contoured your under, but I take in half inch. Don't worry, it's not going to be you're not going to run at a loss on anything. Okay, just add your necessary seam allowance, then you are good to go. So now I'll just connect the line like so. I hope you understand what I'm doing. Connect the line like so. Then then I'll make a connection to the bust point like so. Okay, I'll make a connection to the bust point like so. Then I'll leave this part like this. So the next thing for us to do is to create our the ample style line at the ample area. Now I this is an updated version of how to create a princess bustier. Okay, ample princess bustier. Okay, so I need you guys to pay attention to this. Now, so guys, when you are creating a armhole princess bustier, okay, yes, I don't know whether you've seen cases where you create a armhole princess bustier and you see some kind of excesses around the armhole area. Okay, that is what I want us to eliminate using this method here. So what you are going to do is this: we have point A. Now in creating your style line at the armhole area, some people would be like, and you just take the midpoint of your armhole area. It doesn't work for everybody, for all sizes, right? So now what I will do for you guys, what we are going to do here is this: at this shoulder, at this tip here, this shoulder slope tip here, this is point one. Okay, this is point one. Okay, just take note of it. At this shoulder tip here, this is point one. So from this shoulder tip here, you come down by 2 inches. This part that you came down by 2 inches here now is point two. Okay, and then you come down from that point two, you come down by 2 inches as well. Here is what is point three. Now, who can use point one, point two, and point three? Now, the thing that you need to know here is this. Now, when you're talking about point two, okay, point one is people that are not really that very busty. Okay, that is what that doesn't have full check. That is who point one is for. Now we are talking about point two. Point two is for people that are of the average size. Okay, and when you are dealing with this point two, when you are using this point two, it needs more of contouring. Okay, so instead of you taking 1.5, you can take 2 inches for the contouring for those people using point two. I hope you understand. So point two is basically for people that that doesn't have full chest. Okay, so basically for people that doesn't have full chest, that are not really that busty. Okay, now point three is for people that are kind of busty. Okay, they are busty, and this point three doesn't really need much of tightening. Okay, so this is what you need to know when you are drafting your princess armhole buster to have that perfect fit at the armhole area. Okay, so now that's about that. So now I'm working with a bust size of 37. Okay, and I'm not of my I don't have full chest, so I'm going to be making use of point two. I hope you understand. And I made mention that point two we have more of contouring. So instead of me to take 1.5 for my point two, I'm going to be taking 2 inch so that it will contour this part, the armhole area for me perfectly well. I hope you understand that. So what I'm going to do now, this is my point two here. So I'll just connect it like this. And when you are connecting your armhole line, please guys, don't make use of two curvy lines, okay? Don't make use of curvy lines, okay? Can make use of slightly straight line, okay? But don't make use of curvy lines, okay? So I'll just connect it like so, okay? So I'll just make a connection like this. I hope you understand this. So now once the connection is made, remember I said this point two will need more of contouring, okay? Because this person here doesn't have a full chest, okay? So we want to eliminate all those excesses that we see around this area, okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be contouring the armhole area by 2 inches, okay? I'm going to be coming down here, that is from this point here. I'm going to be coming down here by 2 inches. Then I'll make a connection. I'll make a connection to this point like so, okay? So I'll just make sure that you take it up, okay? I'm going to be taking it up. Then you make a connection to this point like so, okay? Make a connection like so. I hope then you blend, okay? Then you blend it. So now once that is done, remember you contour this line by 2 inches, okay? So you are going to be going up here, okay? From this point here, you're going to be going up here by that same 2 inches. Then you make your connection again. That is, you redraw you draw a new armhole. I hope you understand. You draw a new armhole. So I'm just going over this to show you guys the updated way of drafting your princess armhole buster before you can actually alter this into a crisscross neckline. Okay, so now once that is done, now I will just connect my line, connect this part here to this part here, and make sure that you don't have any sharp edge. Okay, so now my front length is longer than my back length by 1.5 inches. So at this point here, at this bust line here, I'll just come down by 1.5. Then I'll make a connection like so. Okay, I hope you understand. I'll make a connection like this. Okay, I'll make a connection like this. So now the next thing for me to do now is I will have to trace part of this out. Okay, I'll have to trace it out. So if you don't have a tracing wheel, you can make use of any sharp object, okay, to trace it out. So I'll just trace it out like this. I'll just trace it out like this. Okay, so you can, like I said, you can make use of your tracing wheel. Okay, you can make use of your tracing wheel. Just trace it out like this. I think this is enough. Now I'll just cut, we'll leave the back for now, so I'll just cut this part out here. I'll just cut this part, so I'll keep the back aside, then we'll work on the front. So now what I'm going to do is this. You're going to be opening it up, okay? You're going to be opening it up like this, okay? So once you open it up, all you do next is for you to create rule a line on the center front. Okay, you're going to be ruling a line on the center front. You want to alter this now into a crisscross neckline. Okay, you rule a line on the center front like so. Okay, so here is our center front. Then I'll just remember we traced out. I'll just draw it like this. Then okay, so this is it, guys. So we are making use of this part. Okay, remember it's a crisscross, so it's going to be overlapping. So you don't necessarily need this other part. Okay, you don't necessarily need the other part. You're making use of this part. Okay, so now what we are going to do now is to get our neckline. Okay, so now the neckline I'm working with, that is for the front. I'm going to be working with a neckline of 3 inches. Okay, just like me keeping it on fold like this. Let me keep it on fold again. Okay, let's place it on fold again. So making use of a neckline of 3 inches, okay, a neckline of 3 inches by let's make it 3 by 3 inches. Okay, neckline of 3 inches by 3 inches. So I'll make a connection. I'll draw my line like this. Okay, 3 inches by 3 inches. But if you want to go lower, you can make use of 3 inches by 4 inches. Okay, so that is the first thing that you want to alter this now into a crisscross neckline. So that is the first step we need to do. So I'll open it up, and I will also take 3 inches here. Okay, I'll take 3 inches here, 3 inches. Okay, then I will make my connection. I'll connect it to this point here. Okay, I'll make a connection like this. So now the next step we are going to do is to create the neckline. Okay, to create the neckline. So guys, I need you guys to watch this closely. So we want to create our neckline now. It's not advisable for you to keep the neckline like this. Okay, it's going to, once you keep your ruler like this, it's going to be choking whosoever will wear this outfit. You can see the way I place my ruler. Okay, it's going to be choking whosoever will wear this outfit. Okay, so now the best thing that you need to do is this. You are going to be making use of this. Okay, so look at the way I placed my curve. Okay, look at the way I placed my curve. So that is the same way you're going to be placing your curve if you are making use of this kind of neckline. Okay, so I'm going to be placing my curve like this. Okay, and I'll just make a connection to this armhole area here. I hope you understand. I'll just make a connection from here to this armhole area here. So let's do that now. I'll make a connection like so to this armhole area here. Okay, so we've created this line. I hope you're understanding this. So we created this line here. Okay, so this is the first step. Okay, we want to alter the neckline. This is the first step. Next step for us to do, I hope you guys are for us to do is this. We want to create we want to know the width of the strap here, or the shoulder width here. Okay, so what you are going to do now is that is after making the connection like so. Okay, we'll still come back to this armhole area here. There's an alteration that I want us to do. So after creating this neckline like so, the next thing for you to do is to create uh the how wide you want the shoulder to be. Okay, how wide you want your shoulder to be. Now you can make the wideness of your shoulder here to be like 2 in. This one is solely dependent on you. Okay, there is no standard for this. So you can make it 2 inches, you can make it 3 inches. Okay, so but for this tutorial I will making use of 3 inches here. Okay, so now this is a 3 inches. So the next thing for us to do is, this is my bust point area here. Okay, this is the bust point. Okay, so this bust point now, I'm going to be going up by 2 inches. Okay, you can go up by 2 inches, you can go up by 3 inches. Okay, you can even go up by 1 inch depending on where you want the overlapping effect to start from. I hope you understand. So now the next thing for us to do is this. After going up, I came up here by 2 inches, right? So after going up by 2 inches, what I'm going to do now is to make a connection. Okay, you make a connection from here to this part here. Okay, so I'll make a connection from here to this part. Okay, I'll just make a connection like so. Okay, and I'll stop at this 2 inches line. So once I stop, I'll just redraw this straight line here. Okay, I'll just redraw the straight line here like so. Then you create a balance mark here. Okay, so once you get to this point, you know this is where the overlapping effect will start from. So guys, once this is done, the next thing for us to do is now, if you are working with a top. Okay, your normal armhole is your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 or plus 2 inches, right? So this is the normal armhole length, but this is a sleeveless top. Okay, so if you go down by the normal bust divided by 6 plus 1.5, or your armhole divided by 2, you go down by it, you might get to have your armhole dropping and your boobs will be showing. Okay, so what you can simply do is this, just for you to come up by half an inch or by 1 inch. Okay, so for this I'm going to be coming up here by 1 inch. Okay, so once I come up by 1 inch, I'll just redraw my armhole line here. Okay, I'll just redraw my armhole line like this. Okay, I'll redraw my armhole line like so. So after redrawing my armhole line, I'll also redraw this line like this. Okay, this would help help it not to fall, the armhole to relax well and not reveal much of your cleavage. Okay, so this is it, guys. So this is it. I hope you understand. Okay, so now this line, now we are not making use of this line again. Okay, we are not making use of this line, we are making use of this line. Okay, So the next thing, we've already contoured our armhole. You can also still go ahead to contour using um 0.5 here, 0.5 here. Okay, that is if you're not okay with the contouring. But this contouring, you're taking out 1 inch here. Okay, almost 1 inch here. Let me just contour. Can take out 0.25 here as well. Sorry, 0.25 here. Then you just connect it. Okay, we just want to do more of, want to contour it more. Okay, so that we'll not have gaping at this armhole area here. Okay, we'll not have gaping. We'll not have gaping. Then you would um fold it like so to make sure that the lines are equal. Okay, you can see that my line here now is not equal. So what I'm going to do is I'll just throw it. Okay, I'll just blend it to make sure that everything is equal, so that once you are joining it, you not have issues along the line. Okay, so now once this is done now, then we can now cut out. So this is how you are going to be cutting. Okay, you are going to be cutting. Let me cut it out so that you guys will see. You are going to be cutting this part. Okay, you're going to be cutting this part, then you are going to be cutting this part down. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting this part like so. So I'm going to be cutting this part. Okay, then I'll cut out like this. Okay, I'll cut out like this. So this part, we are not making it of it again, we'll keep it like so. Then I'm going to be cutting this side. So this side is going up. Okay, I'm going to be cutting this part. Okay, then I'll cut out, but make sure that at the end of everything you cross check your measurement. It's very, very important. Okay, so that you will not run there will not be shortage. Okay, make sure you cross check your measurement. Then this part is going, yeah, this part is going. And if you see how I'm cutting it out, then I would cut out, this is the part that is going off. This part is going off as well. Okay, don't worry, would this part is going off as well. Okay, okay, this part is going off as well. Then we'll now cut out this part here. So guys, we'll need to close our arm, we'll need to close our bust dart. Okay, it's very important, you don't need to forget it. Okay, so you need to close your bust dart. So now this is how you're going to go about it. I would going to be folding it like so. Then okay, there's not too much. So if you notice any sharp edge, you are going to be cutting it out. Then you reblend it. Then we can now cut out. So the front part is ready, guys. So the front part is ready. Okay, the front part is ready. So the next thing for us to do is to work on the back. Okay, just a little alteration for the back and we are done. Now how do we go about the back? First thing first is to determine our neck first thing first is to determine our neck width for the back. Okay, so the neck width I'm using for the back is, you can go down by 2 inches or by 1 inch. Okay, then the neck depth is by 2 inches. Okay, the neck depth is by 2 inches. Okay, and the neck width is 3 inches. Remember, we use a neck width of 3 inches for the front. Then I'll make a connection like this. So now the next thing is just for you to determine your neck the width of the shoulder that we use for the front will also be the same width that you're going to be using for the back as well. So what you can simply do is this, is just for you to take the front part. Okay, this is the width of the front the shoulder for the front part. You can just measure it out. Okay, and measure it out to see what you have here. You have 3 inches here. Then you make sure that you do the same 3 inches here. Okay, you make sure that you do the same 3 inches here. Then you match it up to check whether it's actually the 3 inches or not. Okay, you can see that it's correct. Okay, so that this part now is already solved. Now remember when we were working on the front part, the armhole area, we came up by 1 inch. Okay, we came up by 1 inch. Okay, we are going to still be doing the same thing for the back. Okay, so that the front armhole and that of the back can actually, the sides can actually align. I hope you understand that. So once that is being done, the next thing for you to do is to create a new armhole. Okay, we are going to be creating a new armhole. So a new armhole will start from here to this part here. I hope you understand this. So let's create our new armhole here. So guys, this is the new armhole. Okay, so I'll just you make sure that it meets this part and this part, they meet. Okay, so I'll just take my curve here and connect it like so. Okay, so our back piece is ready. I'm not going to be using that. Okay, I'm not going to be using that for this back piece. There is no need for that here, especially if you're of the slim size. So what I'm going to do now is this, and I've already done my back contouring. Okay, so we don't actually need a dart on this back piece. Mostly I don't even use that for my back piece. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to cut out. Okay, so our back is just the same basic back bodies that we normally have, right? So I'll just transfer this now to my fabric. Okay, so I'll be dropping the sewing tutorial to this. I'll be showing you guys how to actually sew this. Okay, I'll be showing you guys how to actually sew this in my next video. So guys, if at this point you haven't subscribed, guys, let's grow this channel together, guys. So do well to subscribe, watch the video, guys, and please, guys, like the video and drop your comment. Okay, if there's any recommendation or if there's anything you want me to do for you guys on the channel, do well to just drop your comment and I'll be right there with you guys. Okay, and if you have any question, okay, feel free to drop your question in the comment section and I'll be there to answer you guys. So guys, how to turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. So guys, here is the pieces. Okay, here are the pieces. So here is my back. Okay, here is my back and here is the front piece. Okay, so guys, I'm loving this. So the first, next thing we want to I want to like check out the to see whether it actually aligns. Okay, I want to see whether it actually aligns. So I'll just make sure that you check it out to see whether your front and your back actually align. So I've done the correction. Okay, so if you are going to be, so in my next video I'll be showing you guys. Now for the back piece, you can make it into a princess style line. Okay, you can make it into a princess style, but for this tutorial I'll just make it plain like so. Okay, you can make it into a princess style line depending on what you want, guys. So but I'll make it into plain like this. Then I'll be showing you guys the sewing part in my next video. See you guys in my next video. Bye bye.